In Secret Server, we have the ability to perform privileged remote password changes. This means the application will use a service account to perform the password change instead of the secret changing its own password. The major benefits for this include bypassing password age restrictions from AD's password policy and being able to change the password regardless of account status in AD, such as locked out or if the password is changed outside of Secret Server. Today, we will go over the delegation wizard to set up the minimum permissions for the service account to manage passwords without granting more than what is minimally required. For this example, I will be assigning the permissions to a new AD user named AD RPC. I've already created the user and created the associated secret in Secret Server. This naming convention suggests this service account only has remote password changing permissions for AD user objects. For principle of least privilege, I will target a specific scope for my privileged users OU in Active Directory. From here, we will delegate access through Active Directory's delegation wizard to assist with these steps. To begin, right-click the target OU and select Delegate Control. Then select Next. Click Add. I'll be selecting the principal of the user that I will be delegating access to. When selected, click Next. From here, I will create a custom task to delegate. And I'm only going to delegate these tasks on the user objects that are within this OU. Within this window, I will be selecting very specific properties to assign to the privileged account. Change and reset password. Then I will uncheck General and select Property Specific. Within this list, everything is alphabetically sorted with a read and write function beforehand. For the first one, I will be selecting read and write lockout time. Next, I will be selecting read and write PWD last set. And finally, read and write for user account control. Next, and then within this window, I always take note of the actions that are being applied and ensuring that the principal is set correctly and the permissions are delegated accordingly on the appropriate user objects. Once you've confirmed your target, principal, and actions, click Finish. Now that the permissions are delegated, now we will be able to return to Secret Server and assign this privileged account. Within here, I already have the secret created. So now I need to go to the target secret that I am intending on password changing and then select the remote password changing tab. Within this tab, there is a change password using setting that I will be changing to the privileged account credentials. Within here, select the appropriate secret. You also optionally have the ability to enable auto-changing, which I will not be doing in this scenario. Now, when I remote password change this account, it's going to use this privileged account to perform the password rotation in Active Directory. To test it, I'm going to run this password change, selecting randomly generated for my new password. As you can see, this password change is successful, as shown on the Results tab of this page, as well as in the Audit tab with this Include Password Change Log Audits selected. Password changed successfully.